Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all placements, Holy Spirit, Angel Guides, Spirit Guides. What does Taurus need to know for this full moon? Full moon in Gemini, May 4th. It's called the cold moon. What does Taurus need to know with their warm heart, Taurus? A reality check brings a different conclusion. Waxing gibbous moon in Pisces. Taurus, under this full moon, Pisces could be a sign that's in your chart, but reality brings a different conclusion. Okay. Spirit, tell us more about this reality check for Taurus. Waxing gibbous. I believe that, when does Pisces? Pisces is in retrograde right now. So you may be making some adjustments, reviewing, and making the necessary changes. I do feel that, yeah. Until December the 10th, Pisces is retrograde. Taurus. Your feelings also could be all over the place because Venus is your ruling planet. Ooh. Okay, Spirit, thank you. Okay. Ooh, 10 of Cups at the center. I love this quad here. All right, let me just finish. What's the future advice for Taurus, Holy Spirit? Reality brings a different conclusion. Yeah, every once in a while we have to make sure we're centered in reality, right? We're not making things up in our head, right? We are grounded. That's what it means to be grounded. Get out in nature, right? Listen to your intuition. Okay, one more, Spirit, Taurus. So this is good, but very good energy. I see that December, you are getting a reality check with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. Definitely there is a reality check. And it's something that is probably internal because her sword is down. Yeah, Taurus, you could be getting a reality check, some truth, some clarity. You could be seeing a reflection of yourself, getting a revelation about yourself under this full moon in Gemini. Self-love. Gemini is the major arcana of love, the lovers, true love, which starts with us. So somebody could be getting a reality check where you're concerned. They could have thought of you in one light and now you're being seen in something totally different. I do think that this conclusion is gonna make you happy. You know how sometimes we just project disappointment, depression, anxiety, all of the shadow energy that brings a shadow conclusion. But with all this light, truth, and clarity, really taking a deep look at the situations in your life, yourself, a different conclusion that moves you in a different direction. I do feel that you are making some adjustments, Taurus. You're a planner. You're very practical. You're down to earth. And so you are planning for the future. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not sure what it is that you thought would have happened one way or will end up one way, but then God always, we make the best plans and then the reality's so different. God just flips the script. But of course we have free will here, right? You're a pentacle, so you're very responsible. You know, you are practical. You're very practical. I wouldn't say that you're a risk taker. You're once you commit to something, you're reliable. Yes. Taurus, you're the Empress. And this is about you focusing on your happiness, right? Because the card before this is the Nine of Cups, right? And so this is all about you receiving something that you want, because you are the Nine of Cups, but the Ten of Cups is getting that one cup that you don't have. That's what you're focused on now. And some of you are vibrating high, knowing that you're going to get what you are working on, what your goal and objective is, the desires of your heart. And others of you are struggling with that shadow energy, fear, doubt. This is all about that one cup. And you get a reality check, you get a different conclusion. Some of you wonder, you've put forward a lot of work, but we know that the reward is in God's hands, right? I just had a reality check on that. So sometimes the outlook doesn't look too good, right? Things don't look too good, but then God has a way of flipping it. So He's just asking you to do your part. Is it worth it? Sure. Because this is about a pinnacle that you want, something that's going to really make you happy. With the Ten of Cups at the center, you want to feel happy, Taurus. Maybe for some of you, you haven't felt happy in a long time. And that's why that in the beginning you open with the King of Swords and the Princess of Swords, because Spirit had you in a time where you had to take a look at everything, at all the different realities in your life, because we're not just dealing with one situation, and determine what we need to let go of and what we need to continue to water. There's definitely something with the Ten of Wands, some type of lesson, something you've let go of, because this weighs you down. It's heavy, it's back-breaking. These are some real tests. Absolutely. But look at you. The sun shines. This is your last card. Yeah. Leo energy. Perseverance. And you are someone who will persevere. You're also, when I think of you, I'm thinking of the Seven of Wands for some reason right now. Like you're defending your ideas, you're persevering, right? Even though you may not feel 100% about the conclusion, you are changing it to a positive conclusion. And you're going to believe that. You've decided that. And you know what? That's what's going to bring it in. Because, hey, if we don't believe it, it won't happen. It's all about faith and belief until divine time occurs. We don't know when. But I do know that if you are in that shadow energy of depression, anxiety, unable to pull yourself out of that, to vibrate higher, to be ready for a positive conclusion. Yeah. Some self-sabotage was the first thing that came to mind. Some of us struggle with that, sabotaging things ourselves, just not believing in the positive, or just working in that undercurrent. It's very hard. Those two energies, there is a choice, though. We always have a choice. We have free will. Right. We can choose to focus on the negative, or we can focus on the positive. And that's what's going to bring a different conclusion too. That's what Spirit is saying. The Magician can either be reverse or upright. Yes. It takes willpower, though. That perseverance we were talking about. And also, you are the King or Queen of Pentacles, Taurus. Very resourceful. What else, Spirit? Right now, Spirit sees you as someone who can obtain whatever it is they want. Okay? There's that Nine of Pentacles. Efforts, achievement, independence, self-sufficiency. That's why you only need one more cup. But that would indicate that you know how to make yourself happy, Taurus. Write down 3 things, because we are responsible for our own happiness. Right? We can't expect one cup to come in and make us happy. That's not even being realistic. Absolutely. This is the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, being introspective under this cold moon month. Yeah, you should listen to that reading. It's a collective reading. And spending time alone and not being afraid. Absolutely. And that's what allowed you to accumulate 9 cups and to accumulate 9 pentacles and to only need one more of each. Yes. And didn't we say the Queen of Swords was already here? All this truth and clarity with the 9 of Swords. You're being a little daring too, stepping out of your comfort zone, because you can be pretty buttoned up. Yeah, unbutton some of them buttons. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen here. And then you got an alignment. You've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Also the Knight of Swords. Yes. This is because you focus on you. You took that time to do a deep dive, to be introspective in this year. Maybe you're taking this month of December to address whatever is revealed to you under this full moon. That King or Queen of Swords and Page of Swords as your beginning cards is all about the Hermit, which is what Spirit wants you to do during the cold month. This journey is all about a spiritual journey. The journey of life it's a spiritual journey. That's what's most important for swords. Laying down, resting, meditating, and not feeling bad about taking a break, knowing that you need some downtime. Also, we need relaxation and peace. That's what helps to keep us balanced, grounded. Time to reflect. Hey, life is moving quick. Things change after a whole year. Something's changed. So we need that period of reflection. It's like God in his infinite wisdom knew we needed that downtime. Thus we have retrogrades. So that kind of spiritually explains some things, but okay. There you go. Wow. And the Queen of Wands, 6 of Swords. I think you learn also because you're so responsible. You know, you take care of your obligations. If you feel you're obligated, you take care of it. But I think you learn to lay down some of those weights. Like some, it's not yours to carry. And as you learn to love yourself, to give yourself, to fill your own cups up, to make sure you have your own pentacles, that means you can't be all into everything else. So you're prioritizing yourself. Very good. Because that's what the Empress does. Some of you are actually pregnant. Because in this deck, she is holding her lower stomach. And the Empress always gives birth to someone or something. That's why you're the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, only needing one of each. Oh, look. So I know that we go through so many trials and tribulations. The 10 of Wands is real, right? We go through a lot, and sometimes that weighs us down and we get depressed and sad and oof. But Spirit always wants us to know how to elevate ourselves by knowing what makes us happy, what brings us joy. How do we lift that vibration? Very important for you to figure that out, because that's what's going to bring the different conclusion. 1555, when I said that, all about change. Remember, I told you too, you got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. And you're coming up in your power, in your energy. You're the Emperor, the Empress, King or Queen of Wands. Yeah, all of the kings, all of the queens are here. Get ready for a different conclusion. Give me the Lovers here, Spirit. Tell me, Taurus. Impregnated with what? Tell me what's going on here. Taurus. Oof. Ooh. There's an attraction. That's why the King and Queen of Swords is here. Because there's an attraction. Right away, because you're aligned. You're aligned. You like the same things. Your beliefs, your morals, your values are very similar. Absolutely. So I see you being the Empress, the Queen of Wands, doing you, or the King, doing you, and while you're out and about, somebody is watching you. You also have the Page of Swords here. So somebody's watching you, and this is somebody who could have been watching you in the past. I don't know. Let's see. But Spirit says this is a past life relationship. Okay. You two have known each other before. Past life, though. Okay. So definitely on love, I do see a different conclusion, right? In the past, you could have been dealing with unrequited love. Maybe you felt more for somebody, but they were into someone else. For some of you, that's the thing. It was not balanced. It wasn't aligned. And even though you wanted a relationship, that wasn't the right one. What else, Spirit? Taurus, full moon. Okay, he's saying get out, look your best, and get out. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Open it up. Open yourself up during the holidays. Intentionally put yourself out there is what Spirit is saying, Taurus. You're the Empress. You look beautiful. Absolutely. The Queen of Wands, very attractive. She's fire. Passion, desire. Oh, yeah. Your life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Extend your lighthearted energy. Right? No more unbalanced relationships. You read that like a book and you exit. Yeah, because you've been there, you've done that. Tell me about this King and Queen. And you know you deserve more and you want more when it comes to love. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius we're talking about, Taurus, that this new love is the King or the Queen of Swords. You're both very intellectual, so you're talking a lot, which is good. Mercury is no longer retrograde. The communication should be fluid. New love, a new phase in love is beginning. That's what's going on with this King and Queen of Swords. Also, some of you in your dream state, you are being given some messages. Pay attention. Because your ascension, right, does come with a lot of communication, spiritual communication, a need to trust in divine's plan at this time. Taurus, Spirit is saying you have to trust in the divine plan at this time, regardless of what is going on externally. Even though a reality check, you're able to see things concluding in one way, You already know divine is in control here. So it's going his way. There's something about an unrequited love or somebody that you love that you have some distance with, and maybe there's been a lot of distance and you feel like you're unable to cross that bridge or close the gap or something like that. Give me an intuitive message here, Spirit. Taurus. Moon, because not just one thing is revealed, right? In your dream state, a lot can be revealed. Oh my goodness. A leap of faith. Follow your intuition. Take that courageous leap of faith. The sun happens to be the best part, but we'll never know if we don't take the risk, the chance, do something different. And also, this is that energetic alignment I was talking about with this new lover coming in, right? Yes, your energy aligns, and when it is aligned, you feel centered, balanced, clear, and at peace. This is good energy coming. It is divine energy. You appear as the empress, the empress, so that no doubt it's your counterpart. Trust each step regardless of the external. 2222. Thank you so much for staying till the end, Taurus. Until the next moon phase, namaste.